Welcome back, in part 5 of McDonald's. Let's continue this topic. McDonald's restaurants are in 120 countries and territories and serve 68 million customers each day.
There are 37,855 restaurants worldwide, employing more than 210,000 people as of the end of 2018.
There are a total of 2,770 company-owned locations and 35,085 franchise locations, which includes 21,685 locations franchised to conventional franchisees. 7,225 locations licensed to developmental licensees, and 6,175 locations licensed to foreign affiliates. Focusing on its core brand, McDonald's began divesting itself of other chains it had acquired during the 1990s.
The company owned a majority stake in Citadel Mexican Grill until October 2006, when McDonald's fully divested from Citadel through a stock exchange.
Until December 2003, it owned Donato's Pizza, and it owned a small share of Aroma Cafe from 1999 to 2001.
On August 27, 2007, McDonald's sold Boston Market to Sun Capital Partners.
McDonald's has increased shareholder dividends for 25 consecutive years, making it one of the S&P 500 dividend aristocrats.
The company is ranked 131st on the Fortune 500 of the largest United States corporations by revenue.
In October 2012, its monthly sales fell for the first time in 9 years.
In 2014, its quarterly sales fell for the first time in 17 years, when its sales dropped for the entirety of 1997.
In the United States, it is reported that drive-thrus account for 70% of sales.
McDonald's closed down 184 restaurants in the United States in 2015, which was 59 more than what they planned to open.
This move was the first time McDonald's had a net decrease in the number of locations in the United States since 1970. The McDonald's on-demand delivery concept, which began in 2017 with a partnership with Uber Eats and added DoorDash in 2019, with select locations adding Grubhub in 2021, accounts for up to 3% of all business as of 2019. The $100 billion in sales generated by McDonald's company-owned and franchised restaurants in 2019 accounts for almost 4% of the estimated $2.5 trillion global restaurant industry. The key trends for the McDonald's core are, as at the financial year ending December 31. The company owns all the land on which its restaurants are situated, which is valued at an estimated $16 to $18 billion.
The company earns a significant portion of its revenue from rental payments from franchisees.
These rent payments rose 26% between 2010 and 2015, accounting for 1/5 of the company's total revenue at the end of the period.
In recent times, there have been calls to spin off the company's U.S. holdings into a potential real estate investment trust. But the company announced at its investor conference on November 10, 2015, that this would not happen.
CEO Steve Easterbrook discussed that pursuing the REIT option would pose too large a risk to the company's business model. The United Kingdom and Ireland business model is different from the US in that fewer than 30% of restaurants are franchised, with a majority under the ownership of the company.
McDonald's trains its franchisees and management at Hamburger University, located at its Chicago headquarters.
In other countries, McDonald's restaurants are operated by joint ventures of McDonald's Corporation and other local entities or governments. According to Fast Food Nation by Eric Schlosser, 2001, nearly 1 in 8 workers in the U.S. have at some time been employed by McDonald's.
Employees are encouraged by McDonald's Corp to maintain their health by singing along to their favorite songs in order to relieve stress, attending church services in order to have a lower blood pressure, and taking 2 vacations annually in order to reduce risk for myocardial infarction.
Fast Food Nation states that McDonald's is the largest private operator of playgrounds in the U.S., as well as the single largest purchaser of beef, pork, potatoes, and apples.
The selection of meats McDonald's uses varies to some extent based on the culture of the host country.
In 2021, the company cut value meals and cheaper items from its menu as part of a focus on higher-priced items. On June 13, 2016, McDonald's confirmed plans to move its global headquarters to Chicago's West Loop neighborhood in the near West Side.
The 608,000 square foot structure opened on June 4, 2018, and was built on the former site of Harpo Productions, where the Oprah Winfrey Show and several other Harpo productions taped.
The McDonald's former headquarters complex, McDonald's Plaza, is located in Oak Brook, Illinois.
It sits on the site of the former headquarters and stabling area of Paul Butler, the founder of Oak Brook.
McDonald's moved into the Oak Brook facility from an office within the Chicago Loop in 1971. As of February 2021, the board of directors had the following members: Enrique Hernandez Jr., non-executive chairman, president and CEO of Intercom Security.
Lloyd H. Dean, president and CEO of Dignity Health.
Chris Kempczinski, president and CEO of McDonald's.
Robert A. Eckert, operating partner of Friedman Fleischer and Lowe.
Margo Georgiadis, CEO of Ancestry.com.
Richard H. Lenny, non-executive chairman of Conagra Brands.
John J. Mulligan, executive vice president and COO of Target Corporation.
Sheila A. Penrose, non-executive chairman of Jones Lang LaSalle.
John Washington Rogers Jr., chairman and CEO of Ariel Investments.
Miles D. White, chairman and CEO of Abbott Laboratories.
Andrew James McKenna, chairman emeritus.
Also chairman emeritus of Schwartz Supply Source.
Catherine M. Engelbert, commissioner of the Women's National Basketball Association.
And Paul Stephen Walsh, executive chairman of McLaren Group.
On March 1, 2015, after being chief brand officer of McDonald's and its former head in the UK and Northern Europe, Steve Easterbrook became CEO, succeeding Don Thompson, who stepped down on January 28, 2015. In November 2019, McDonald's board of directors voted to remove Easterbrook as CEO since he had violated corporate policies on personal conduct by entering into a relationship with a company employee.
He was replaced as CEO by Chris Kempczinski, who had been president of McDonald's USA.
In August 2022, McDonald's announced significant changes to its board.
It said that existing director Sheila Penrose, chair of J-Hill Incorporated, would retire, and that Anthony Capuano, CEO of Marriott International, Executive Vice President and Worldwide Chairman of Pharmaceuticals Jennifer Calvert of Johnson & Johnson, and Amy Weaver, President and CFO of Salesforce, would join.
The changes were related to an effort by activist investor Carl Icahn. McDonald's has become emblematic of globalization, sometimes referred to as the McDonaldization of society.
The Economist newspaper uses the Big Mac Index. The comparison of the cost of a Big Mac in various world currencies can be used to informally judge these currencies' purchasing power parity.
Switzerland has the most expensive Big Mac in the world as of July 2015, while the country with the least expensive Big Mac is India. Like for a Maharaja Mac, the next cheapest Big Mac is Hong Kong.
The northernmost McDonald's restaurant in the world is located in Rovaniemi, Finland, after the restaurant in Murmansk, Russia, was closed in 2022. However, from January 2024 this will change again as McDonald's is opening a new restaurant in Tromsø, Norway.
And the southernmost in the world is located in Invercargill, New Zealand. Thomas Friedman said that no country with a McDonald's had gone to war with another. However, the Golden Arches theory of conflict prevention is incorrect.
Exceptions are the 1989 United States invasion of Panama, NATO's bombing of Serbia in 1999, the 2006 Lebanon War, and the 2008 South Ossetia War.
McDonald's suspended operations in its corporate-owned stores in Crimea after Russia annexed the region in 2014.
On August 20, 2014, as tensions between the United States and Russia strained over the Russian annexation of Crimea and the resultant U.S. sanctions, the Russian government temporarily shut down 4 McDonald's outlets in Moscow, citing sanitary concerns.
The company has operated in Russia since 1990 and at August 2014 had 438 stores across the country.
On August 23, 2014, Russian Deputy Prime Minister Arkady Dvorkovich ruled out any government move to ban McDonald's and dismissed the notion that the temporary closures had anything to do with the sanctions.
Some observers have suggested that the company should be given credit for increasing the standard of service in markets that it enters.
A group of anthropologists in a study entitled Golden Arches East looked at the impact McDonald's had on East Asia and Hong Kong in particular.
When it opened in Hong Kong in 1975, McDonald's was the first restaurant to consistently offer clean restrooms, driving customers to demand the same of other restaurants and institutions.
McDonald's has taken to partnering up with Sinopec, the second largest oil company in the People's Republic of China, as it takes advantage of the country's growing use of personal vehicles by opening numerous drive-through restaurants.
McDonald's has opened a McDonald's restaurant and McCafe on the underground premises of the French Fine Arts Museum, Le Havre. The company stated it would open vegetarian-only restaurants in India by mid-2015. On January 9, 2017, 80% of the franchise rights in mainland China and in Hong Kong were sold for US $2.08 billion to a consortium of CITIC Limited for 32%. And private equity funds managed by CITIC Capital for 20% and Carlyle for 20%, which CITIC Limited and CITIC Capital would form a joint venture to own the stake. On March 8, 2022, McDonald's temporarily closed their 850 locations in Russia due to the invasion of Ukraine, but will continue to pay the salary for 62,000 employees.
A Approximately 9% of global revenue and 3% of operating profit come from Russia and 100 locations in Ukraine.
On May 16, 2022, McDonald's announced that the closures would become permanent and that it was selling all its 850 stores in Russia.
Furthermore, 32 years after McDonald's entered the Soviet market, the American giant wants its current business to be arched. The company plans to retain its trademarks in Russia, meaning the locations would no longer be allowed to use the McDonald's name, logo, or menu.
McDonald's also said it would continue to pay its Russian employees until the sale is finalized.
The company has more than 60,000 Russian employees.
On June 10, 2022, a Russian McDonald's hire announced a new logo as an attempt at rebranding.
It featured one circle and two lines, which represented a burger and two French fries.
The business was rebranded as Vkuznoye, which roughly translates to tasty, period. McDonald's is to reopen its stores in Ukraine after closing them in February in non-contested areas like Kyiv and western Ukraine.
During the closure, McDonald's has continued to pay its employees, number some 10,000.
Originally some 109 restaurants, it is unclear how many will reopen. On November 11, 2022, McDonald's in Belarus announced that all 25 stores in 6 cities will rebrand and operate as Vkuznoye in several weeks. In Kazakhstan, McDonald's suspended operations in November 2022 due to the impossibility of supplying minced meat from Russia.
The franchise was transferred to Food Solutions KZ, after which the restaurants first changed their name to We Are Open. In August 2023, they were renamed in honor of the best employees, and in November 2023, the final rebranding was carried out.
The network is now called I''M with a heart sign used instead of a dot over the I. We will continue about McDonald's in part 6. To be continued.